To this week's Facebook Live. I got my miracle here at Rythmia Life Advancement Center in beautiful Guanacaste, Costa Rica. I'm here with my new lovely friend Carly, and Carly got her miracle this week.
Absolutely.
Yes, and Carly, I'm just going to ask you, what brought you to Rythmia?
I actually came here last year and I rebooked last year. So that directly is what brought me back here for this week.
Okay.
Now, what brought me to Rythmia initially, I had actually just found out about ayahuasca about a decade ago. And so I got really curious about it then.
Right.
And I knew in the back of my head I wanted to do this at some point. I didn't know when. She has to call you, right?
For sure.
And my younger sister came to Rythmia, but we had both almost independently found this center in our research.
Oh, wow.
And when she said, I found where I'm going to go, I booked it, I knew that was a sign that that's where I'll also go when I'm ready.
Nice.
And I knew last year I had more work to do. I pre-booked, and I'm so glad I did. And both times I got my miracle.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I think most people who come get multiple miracles.
Mm-hmm.
That would be what I've experienced seeing people pass through here for almost 2 years. So it's been amazing.
It is. I can't imagine what you guys see.
It's kind of amazing and beautiful. But I'll be honest, I have not heard a lot of your story, so I'm super excited to hear more about your story. So did you come with a specific intention this trip?
This trip, I had less intentions.
Ah.
I knew, what's the phrase? You get what you want, you get what you need, not what you want.
Yep,
and
yep.
I knew that. And I had 100 things I wanted to sit with.
Of course.
And as time got closer to the ceremony, you strip them all away and you distill down to what you need.
Right.
And last year, I had a lot that I wanted to work through, deep healing.
Mm-hmm.
And this time it was opening to love, receiving love, giving love, a lot with love this time.
Beautiful.
Will continue to be beautiful.
Awesome. So may I ask about more details about your journeys?
Absolutely. Childhood trauma, right? It all starts there.
Right.
Peeling back the pieces, discovering the perfection of who we all are with the light and the dark.
Yeah.
And I don't often share my story because I've already disconnected enough from that to where my ego doesn't latch on to who I was.
Got it.
But what I've discovered here is sharing that story in the right, safe spaces, being vulnerable with others in the dark to find the light.
Yeah.
That's where the miracles happen. That's where the magic is.
That's beautiful. I found that when I shared my story, I didn't want to identify with the victimhood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're able to now share your story, but not in a victimhood, and maybe this will inspire you, or
maybe you have a similar story.
Maybe you'll take something from this. So do you care to go into more detail of your story? It's your story, so it's your choice.
Okay, so parts of my story include other people, right? So I don't want to share too much of specifics on a live stream.
Absolutely.
But I will say this: a lot of lack, a lot of scarcity, a lot of poverty, a lot of loved ones struggling with addictions and being a small child and not understanding and internalizing that as this must be a me problem. Of course. And then also, obviously, doing the inner child work, but as of recently, doing the inner angry teenage work.
So we moved from child to teenager.
Yes.
Okay.
And in fact, on one of the nights this week, I did go and hug my teenage self, which you hear a lot about, hugging your inner child and walking with your inner child. And I didn't realize I had to do that with my inner teenager too. But then I stepped way too far into my masculine to try to fight my way out of this cycle. It's a generational cycle. And so as of recently, the last few years, I've had to balance my masculine and feminine And that's why ladies' night here is just the
So beautiful.
most beautiful ride.
Yes, absolutely.
So being a fighter, being a survivor, being a warrior, it can take a toll if you don't receive the love and abundance that we all deserve as well.
Yeah.
So did that answer your question?
It did. I mean, feel free to say.
I was going to say
anything.
anyone can identify with that story.
Absolutely. I did.
Anyone.
Just talking about it. I mean, because we are a balance of masculine and feminine, but we are both born feminine.
Mm-hmm.
So I found that I've been stepping into my feminine and growing in my feminine since being here. And so you're kind of saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a balance. The masculine has to be there.
And I think last year, this is a wonderful story. When I came here last year, Yahe night was on a full moon.
Oh no.
This year, Yahe, full moon.
Yep.
The day tomorrow when I leave is my 1 year anniversary of flying down here, all by divine
of course.
planning, not my own. I did not realize that when I booked it. So I genuinely feel like these 2 weeks were the same ceremony. The whole year has been a cleansing and a purging and a reevaluation and an understanding and a remembering.
Yeah.
And so I'll reference back to last year, but to me, it's the same ceremony.
It really
okay.
is.
So last year, I healed so much of my relationship with men as well. Watching them also step into their feminine and support each other.
Right.
Beautiful. I mean, it's hard to record things like this and try to put words on these experiences.
For sure.
So my biggest hope is to project the love that you feel here, the healing power. It's hard to describe until you step foot on this property.
Yeah. And this place is magical. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's incredible. That's incredible. So this was your second trip here?
Second trip here.
All right. And why did you book a second trip?
I booked last year when I was here. I pre-booked. I knew that it was just the tip of the iceberg.
Okay.
Right?
So you knew there was more work.
And this is coming from, I've been in talk therapy for over 20 years. EMDR, I read about a book a week, meditate, yoga, journal. I do all the things. And you know, I'm still not there. I'm still not there.
Yeah.
And last year I knew there's so much more to go.
Yeah.
And so I just knew, I didn't know when it would be.
Yeah.
But then you get the calling and you're like, okay, I'm ready. Now's the time.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. So funny. Yeah. When you get the calling, you know. I remember. I remember. Wow.
The magic happens when you get the calling and then take the action.
Right. And then you start to see all these coincidences, synchronicities. You start to see things just like affirming your decision. Do you have any like examples of that?
Carly, the other Carly.
Right.
So I'm a Carly. There's another Carly here. We have way too many coincidences for strangers on opposite parts of the country. We're laying on mats right next to each other. We're almost the exact same age. We have very similar life experiences and life relationships. And we for sure worked through something together that night.
Beautiful.
That's just one small example.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last year I came and one of the beautiful women I connected with lives 10 minutes down the street from me.
Get out.
And you can't.
And I didn't know we were both from Ohio.
And we're both from Ohio, right? It's too many.
Yeah, so many. Oh, I love that. Thank you. And you're a beautiful woman, but my gosh, after drinking the medicine, your eyes are so clear and your skin is so clear and just people leave here looking 10 years younger. Definitely. I mean, you look absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. So what would you say to somebody who says, oh, I think I'm interested, but I don't know. What would you say?
Oh, you won't know. You can't know.
Well,
you
this is true.
You can't know this.
Yeah.
And so jump in with 2 feet.
Yeah.
This is the reason I one of the reasons I chose this place is the medical team.
Yeah.
The staff,
For sure.
the history. You guys have served medicine to what, 14,000?
Yeah, over.
To where it's safe,
Yeah.
and that safe holding
Yeah.
allows you to go even deeper and be even more vulnerable.
Right.
And so you're allowed, okay, one of my favorite phrases that I live my life by is be afraid and do it anyway.
Oh, perfect.
And so you don't have to know. You don't
Right.
have to know.
Mm-hmm.
But if she's calling you, you should listen.
Yes. She being the medicine.
She being the medicine.
Awesome. Wow. Okay. So that's fabulous. So you had a great week.
I had a stunning week.
A stunning week. And this group was a really
powerful group.
Powerful. The community, the connection. That's another reason why people come to Rythmia, is they want the connection. And you've met lifelong friends here, which sounds crazy.
Yes. Right? I can speak to that as well.
Okay.
We have this giant group message from last year, and usually a year later things fizzle out, right?
They
and
can.
I wake up this morning to a message from the group from last year saying, good morning, like, loves, happy anniversary.
Oh,
you know,
I love it.
The connections, they're ancestral. They're deep, and that you can't go back.
No.
And in this divided, what has been attempted to be such a divided world, to re-experience that human connection, that's what life is about. That's what love is about. That's why we're all here. That's why we keep doing the hard work. And you think, what's this all for? Why do I keep getting beaten up and beaten down? And then you get that taste of connection and that taste of love and that taste of remembering.
Right.
And you're like, that's why.
This is why.
This is why we do it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So it's easy to get swallowed by the day-to-day. And then stepping into a place like this just releases it all to where you can remember.
Yes. That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. Yeah. Well, thank you. Any last words?
Last words. I'm just eternally grateful for the space you guys hold for us, the energies that move through here and out of here, is eternally grateful for the work you guys are doing. So thank you, Sally. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Dr. Jeff. Thank you, Johnny and Dwayne and everyone here, the medicine team. It's the most loving, comfortable, safe. I don't want to say comfortable. Loving, safe, warm. It's beautiful. So extreme gratitude for what you guys are doing here, and the deep healing of the earth globally, because people come here from all over the world. Deep global connections. And I'm so grateful. So beautiful. To the medicine, to nature.
Yeah, to nature. Yeah, that's where it all started.
That's where it all,
where it all started.
I just want to hug everyone.
We'll do it.
I have been.
Good. Oh, well, thank you. Carly, you're amazing.
I appreciate you all.
Well, we couldn't do it without you, because,
we're doing the work.
We got to have you come in and change yourself so we can, be the change that you want to see.
Be the change.
Yeah, be the change. All right. Well, that's it for this week's Facebook Live. Thank you so much, Carly. Carly Rose.
Beautiful.
And we'll see you next week. Take care.